Another Ants on a Rock video. Welcome to the Ant Corner.
Hey there Ant fans, I've got a little midweek update for you today about my Manica Rubida. But first, I've just fed the multi-species tank behind me. It's absolute pandemonium, so I'm sticking the footage in the corner just so you can have a little look at all the ants feeding on the roaches whilst I chat away about everything else. Other news, I've now set up my Patreon page, so you can follow the link in the description below and join my Patreon page. There's a couple of different perks for the different stages, so that's definitely worth checking out. It's really exclusive content and you can get involved in the channel, really involved in the channel if you're part of my Patreon, so do check that out below. Also, I've got my Discord in the link below as well. Get on my Discord, we're constantly having great chats. There's some really great people in there already, so join my Discord, join my Patreon, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Before we move on to that, and before I forget, I'm now starting a new series. It's going to be pretty much every Sunday, 9 o'clock UK time. It's called The Picnic Table Ant Chat. So it's going to be a live stream, it's going to be me hosting other people, it might just be me chatting, it might just be the big tank behind me streaming, but it's a great place to meet other ant keepers, meet other bug enthusiasts, other terrarium enthusiasts, loads of other people going to come together. We're going to have a great chat every week. Come join me, 9 PM UK time on my channel. Anyways, my Manica Rubida. They're doing really well. I've had them since it was just a queen on her own, and obviously being semi-claustral, she would come out regularly, feed, forage, and then go back into the test tube where she was staying in a tubs and tubes setup. This went on for a few months and I got a couple of nanitics. Couldn't say the word then. I got a couple of the first workers called nanitics. So that was really great. They came out, started foraging and doing all the necessities for her. And I actually haven't seen her since. The colonies continued to grow at a steady rate. We've probably got about 10 workers now. The other day I was feeding them and there must have been at least 10 running around, which means there might even be more in the test tube still tending to the current set of brood. Now, this is a species that hibernates, which means they slow right down around this time of year. Being native to Europe, most species in Europe do hibernate. So that's fine, they've slowed right down, that might be what's happening, but I'm continuing to feed them because they are still sporadically eating. I haven't put them into hibernation this year because I wasn't sure if they were going to, being such a small colony. Sometimes they just push on through, which is what could be happening, but they're definitely eating less. But the thing that's actually weirded me out is they're having like mothers meetings, and I can say that because they're all female. They're having mothers meetings. They just go over to the same point in their outworld regularly, daily, probably every few hours, and just have a little mothers meeting, like 5 or 6 of them. I'll show you the footage in a second. I can't make heads or tails of it. I don't know what they're doing or why. They're not tunneling, they're not eating, they're not doing trophallaxis, they're not really interacting. They just go out to this corner bit and kind of hang about. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any ideas as to what is going on. So on with that footage now. I'll see you in a sec.
So as you can see, I am feeding them and they are quite active when I feed them. That little bit next to the test tube is where I drop the cotton wool ball before putting it on the tin foil. So it's sort of ruined the sand a bit. I'll have to remove that in a few days. But it's not really a massive issue at all. But like I say, as you can see, they are quite active when I feed them. Lots of workers definitely coming out, running about very fast, not really looking like they're slowing down for hibernation. So I will continue to feed them like I'm doing until they show signs that they're not going to eat and they are hibernating, I suppose, but they're definitely not in hibernation mode yet. Now, I haven't been stung by them before, but I've been told it is quite painful, much like Manica Rubida, but slightly more painful than that. They are Europe's largest stinging ant, and they are quite large actually. They're beautiful little ants, as you can see. I say little ants because some of the ants I own are absolutely massive. But these are actually a nice medium-sized ant in the grand scheme of things. Because some of them I own are absolutely tiny as well. But yeah, they're very active, beautiful ants, running about like absolute mad things. Anyways. Now, I quickly ran over there, but I didn't actually catch it. But as you can see, that one is still sat still at the back, and two are walking away. That's the place I mean. They just keep sitting there, just doing that. Just sitting, not really doing a lot. Oh, there it goes. So, yeah, they come to the same spot every few hours, all day, all night, every day, and they have been for the last week or two. It's really weird.
So yeah, don't forget to leave me a comment in the section below if you've got any idea as to what they're doing in the side of the outworld, having those little mothers meetings. I can't make heads or tails of it. I don't think they're doing prophylaxis. I don't really think they're doing much. They might just be there chilling, might be their favourite point. Let me know in the comments below. And obviously, like I said at the start of the video, check out my Patreon. We got some cool perks on there, and it's only going to get better as I can think of more stuff and the channel grows. We're nearly at 300 subscribers now, so that's absolutely awesome. The channel is definitely growing, and we've got our first Patreon supporter already, which means that we are going to start buying in some better equipment, better cameras, better lighting, all of that sort of stuff, and it's all going to be much better quality videos for you. So don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, tell your parents to subscribe, tell your brothers and sisters to subscribe, tell your local pet shop to subscribe, tell everyone subscribe, and let's get this channel booming. Don't forget to check out the Discord, and don't forget to check out my Patreon.
And as I said before, we now have our first Patreon supporter. So a massive thanks to our very first Ant super fan, Kevin Rogerson. If you want to join in, follow the link below. And as always from me, see you again, Ant fans.